ChatGPT. Relate ACIM to the movie Labyrinth. Labyrinth through the lens of A Course in Miracles, ACIM. Labyrinth is a rich spiritual allegory about perception, choice, temptation, identity, and awakening from illusion. Through the lens of A Course in Miracles, ACM, it becomes a symbolic journey through the maze of the ego's thought system and the discovery that the power we thought belonged to the world was never outside us. At its heart, the movie asks, how do we find our way out of confusion and back to what is real? This question lies at the center of ACM. The labyrinth as the ego's mind. The labyrinth itself is a perfect symbol for the ego. Complicated, confusing, circular, full of distractions, dead ends, false choices. The ego's thought system is much the same. It constantly presents problems to solve, obstacles to overcome, questions without answers. ACIM teaches that the ego's maze can never truly be solved because the maze itself is the problem. The movie beautifully illustrates the exhausting complexity of the ego's world. The search. Sarah begins with a clear goal: to rescue her baby brother. Along the way, however, the journey becomes about much more than reaching a destination. ACIM teaches that every spiritual search eventually becomes a search for self. What appears to be an external mission gradually becomes an inner transformation. The movie reflects this pattern throughout. Projection and perception. The labyrinth constantly changes. Appearances deceive. Things are not what they seem. Characters present one image while hiding another. ACM teaches that perception is unstable when guided by the ego. The world we see reflects our interpretations. The movie repeatedly invites Sarah and the viewer to question appearances. This is one of ACIM's fundamental practices. Temptation. Throughout the story, Sarah encounters temptations: comfort, distraction, fantasy, power, specialness. The ego continually offers substitutes for truth. It says, choose this instead. This will make you happy. This will solve everything. ACM teaches that the ego distracts the mind from awakening through endless alternatives. The movie beautifully portrays these temptations. The Goblin King. Jareth can be viewed symbolically as the ego, charismatic, persuasive, seductive, promising fulfillment, demanding allegiance. The ego often appears powerful because we believe in it. Yet ACIM teaches that the ego's power comes entirely from our investment in it. The movie's climactic revelation mirrors this insight. Specialness. Jareth repeatedly offers Sarah specialness, privilege, control, a unique position. The ego's primary strategy is specialness. ACIM teaches that specialness is the substitute the ego offers instead of God's love. The movie beautifully illustrates the choice between specialness and genuine freedom. The friends along the way. Sarah receives help from unexpected companions. Each contributes something valuable. ACIM teaches that awakening is not a solitary accomplishment. The Holy Spirit uses relationships to support healing and learning. The companions symbolize aspects of joining that help the mind move beyond isolation. The famous revelation. One of the most ACIM-like moments in the film occurs near the end when Sarah declares, "You have no power over me." This statement could almost be an ACIM lesson. The ego appears powerful only while it is believed. The moment belief is withdrawn, the illusion weakens. The movie's central breakthrough occurs not through force, but through recognition. Sarah remembers where true power lies. Awakening from the dream. The entire labyrinth can be viewed as a dream-like world. Strange, symbolic, fluid. The journey resembles the dream described throughout ACIM. The sleeping mind becomes lost in a world of symbols. Awakening occurs when it remembers the truth beyond the symbols. The movie beautifully portrays this awakening process. Had the central reflection. The ego watches Labyrinth and asks, how do I escape the maze? The Holy Spirit watches Labyrinth and asks, can I recognize that the maze has no power over me? Viewed through ACM, the movie becomes a symbolic journey through the ego's thought system. The labyrinth represents confusion. Jareth represents the seductive voice of specialness. Sarah's awakening represents the recognition of inner authority and truth. The deepest message may be, the ego creates elaborate mazes of fear, desire, and confusion. The Holy Spirit quietly reminds us that we are not trapped within them. The moment we withdraw belief from illusion, we discover that what seemed powerful was sustained only by our investment in it. Truth requires no struggle. It simply requires remembrance. Go to mwge.org to find full movie and commentary by David Hoffmeister.